Welcome, guys, back to House Music Reviews. I'm excited for this one today. My name is Angel Negron, known as DJ Angel, and today I am so excited for this genre because I am a Afro house producer. I put out a couple of tracks out in different labels, and I'm excited because I've listened to so many Afro house tracks, and I'm extremely picky about Afro house because Afro house is not easy to make because a lot of the elements that you do for Afro house is sometimes a lot of live instruments you got to use, and you have to know how to play live instruments. And then especially if you use instruments that come from a different country, like like Africa, they play their instruments a certain way. Latin countries, they play instruments a certain way. And if you have a Latin feel but you want to do an Afro house track, and you play it like the way people in Africa play their instruments, it's not gonna sound right. So you kind of have to like blend the both together, which it works. You just have to know how to do it right. So in this episode, we're gonna talk about Afro house and the top 5 songs that I know should be the top 5 songs, because I did a lot of research and a lot of listening for an entire week of Afro house tracks. The number one song, I kept going back and forth with different songs out there and listening to other stuff and try to see if there's something better than that, but I kept going back to that number one song, and it rightfully belongs where it is. And it's only because it's just an amazing track, and it gave me goosebumps, and just the melody and the vocals. I mean, you'll see. So we're gonna get into this right now. Let's get to it. Okay, at the number 5 spot is this guy that I've known for quite some time. His name is Carlos Francisco, and he is the hardest working guy that I know, that is a producer and also a CEO of his own record label called Short Player Recordings. This one that he did is on his label, and just because this track is number 5, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have the right to be number 1. It sure does. But each song has its own elements. Each song that I picked has just that one notch above another one. Keep in mind that all these tracks that I picked, I picked them along the line listening to so many other Afro house tracks that are out there. So, Carlos is an amazing person, first and foremost. He is an amazing producer, and he has incredible ears for talented music. I mean, you have to go to his record label, Short Player Recordings, and listen to the stuff that he has on his label, and I promise you, there will be no disappointment. Things that he picks out, it's just amazing. I think that this song reflects on what he picks his label. So this song is called Pangea, and it's by Carlos Francisco, like I told you, and it's an amazing track. This track is just incredible. I'm not even gonna speak anymore. I just want you to listen to this track, and then you tell me what you think. I'm gonna play it right now. Let's take a listen to it. You tell me what you think, okay? Let's check it out. Ooh, wow, that track. It's almost like a Afro tech house track, but it has so much elements going on at the same time that you really get involved into the song. It's almost like I feel like it belongs in a movie, this song. And that's not easy to do. That's very, very difficult to do. So I wish I was in Carlos's head when he was doing this song. I wonder what he was thinking about when he did this song. But the track is amazing. It's something you definitely have to download and check it out and play it. I played it this weekend at my club, and it did very, very well. I mean, people love the vibes of the song. It takes you to another place. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Those Chinese chords that he has on there, that break, that bass line. It's just an amazing track. So check it out. Pangea by Carlos Francisco at Short Player Recordings. Check out all his stuff. Check out the tracks that he has on his record label. It's definitely one to definitely have in your crate. All right. So that being said, let's go to the next one. Roman a Day by Frigid Armadillo. Number 4, and it's well deserved to be at number 4. Now, this is on Aluku Records. Now, this track, I've never heard of Frigid Armadillo before, and there's so much Afro house tracks out there that you're gonna obviously miss a few producers out there. But when I came across this song in my research for the top 5 songs of Afro house, I bumped into this song, and this song, kind of grabbed me very well. So let me explain why. For those who know I'm a producer, know that I'm a big melody guy. And I think the elements of a melody in an Afro house track, besides the drums and the Afro elements of instruments that go into an Afro house track, there's also this thing called melodies. And if you don't have a melody in a track, it's just a beat, with hi-hats and everything else in between it. But when you add an element like a melody or an amazing vocal, the track, it just becomes a totally different track. You gotta add that element in there that is gonna make that track stand out. So Roman a Day is an amazing track. It's a very laid back, chill track with an amazing melody on it that it doesn't even need vocals. And I'm one that loves to have vocals on tracks. But when you have a melody as good as this one, you really don't need vocals on it. Even though it has a little bit of elements on here and there, vocals, it's just so amazing with just the melody that it has. And that's why I picked this to be number 4. I want you guys to check it out, listen to it, and then I'll tell you who the artist, and we'll talk about that in a second, all right? Let's check it out. That track is it just reminds me of the summertime, the beginning of the summer. It's just so chill, that track, that bass line, that slight hint of a vocal on there, very, very subliminal on there. So it's a great track. I'm still going to check out Frigid Armadillo's stuff and what other stuff he's done. I've listened to some of the things he's done, and I definitely downloaded a few other things. But for me, this one stood out the most. And I loved it, and that's why it's number 4, and it's well deserved to be at number 4. Alrighty, so let's go to number 3 and see what that is. Let's check it out. Alright, number 3 is called Save Me, and if I pronounce your name wrong, I truly apologize to you in advance, but this is by Elias Casais. I hope I'm correct with that. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. And also that's a collaboration with George North, and amazing vocals by Vanessa Jackson. This track is in your face. It just makes you feel like getting up and dancing. You hear this and you don't want to sit. And I say that because I played it this weekend. I did a little session, about an hour of Afro House. And I played it this weekend, and this is the song that I got people to get up and dance as soon as I played it. It's in your face. Those vocals of Vanessa, they're just amazing. It gives you that real Afro house feel of an Afro house, something that Black Coffee or Black Motion would produce. It just has that real rawness of Afro house. You can't ask for more than a true Afro house track from this track. So the track is called Save Me. I'm gonna play it. You tell me what you guys think about it. I think this is worth to be number 3, and it's because of the vocals, the true identity of Afro house, of what it should sound like, and just all the elements, and it's in your face. It just wants to make you dance. So let's check it out. You tell me what you think, okay? All right, let's check this out. Ooh, that break, man, is so amazing. Vanessa does an amazing job singing in that break, just to prepare you for that build up and that nice comeback, and the spacing with the instrument, you know, that they do as far as the production, filling up the little holes in between there. I mean, with instruments, and then her vocals, and then the build up, and then the comeback. I mean, it's number 3 for a reason. And again, like I said before, a lot of these tracks that I have here, it doesn't really matter what, you know, what sections they are. I just feel that each one had a different element to be at a certain level of my top 5. And I just feel that this one deserves to be in number 3, and it rightfully so, because it's in your face, true Afro house track. All right, so that's number 3 on the top 5 charts of Afro house, and we're gonna go to the next one. Let's check it out. All right, so here we are at number 2. This one here is, I think that this track is taking Afro house maybe to the next level, only because of the way this song is produced and the elements that is added to this track. And this guy does it very well. His name is DJ Angelo. He is no stranger to Afro house. I've listened to countless of his stuff, and he has his own sound and his own way of doing things. And I think that he is going to change how Afro house is made now, because of the way he produces house music and the way he adds his own elements to it and his own sound, which I love. You should always find your own style and your own sound. You know, to sound like, you know, Black Coffee comes out with a track, you don't want to sound just like he does. You want to have this, you want to sound like you know. Yeah, you can add elements of what Black Coffee sounds like, but you want to add your own element on top of that. And maybe, you know, make your own element slightly bigger and 10% of what Black Coffee is doing, or his sound, or just create your own sound. And I think that this guy, DJ Angelo, did that. It's just a slamming track. I mean, there's one track that I always play and I continue playing it, and it's called The Ride, because that one has a real Afro house element to it. It has a, you know, and I can tell that he was trying to find his way in 2019 with this song, The Ride, into Afro house. He did a great job with that track. It's still hot. People still dance to that track and go crazy for that track. And then with this new track called Babel, you know, I saw it in the digital download sites that was, I think, number 2, number 1 or something. I'm not sure what place it was. In my charts, it's number 2. And it deserves to be there because he combined Afro house with tech house and put them together, and just put that tech house part of it, you know, throughout the entire song, and not any more than what it was and what it is, and put a lot of the Afro house elements into it, which is just amazing and well done. That's his niche, that's his style, and I think that's gonna change the sound of Afro house and it's for the better. So let's check out the song so you can see what I'm talking about. Listen to it and tell me what you think. Let's check it out. Wow, it's just so amazing. And then those vocals, I don't know who they're from, but it fits the song perfect. That's what I mean about having the Afro element to the track, and then adding that, that tech part of it throughout the track, and that gives you that Afro tech feel of the song. So, well done, DJ Angelo. I got a bunch of your stuff, buddy. Keep on doing what you're doing. You got your own sound. Keep it up. Great job. And for those who are out there and love Afro House, you got to follow this guy. You got to get his stuff. And you got to have his stuff. It's just amazing. And if you don't believe me, you can go on YouTube and you can see Black Coffee playing his stuff. Now, to me, Black Coffee is my idol. It's why I got into Afro House. And if he's playing, his stuff, it says everything right there. I mean, it just says it all. You just went to a next level, because Black Coffee is the one that brought it here. To me, when I heard this guy, it was just amazing. And to have him play Babel on one of his sets says it all. So congratulations, DJ Angelo. Great job. Keep it up. And for those who don't know this guy, please check him out. All right, moving on to the number one slot. And this one, I'm so excited about, because this is a well-deserved number one track. And I say that with true honesty, because I listen to so many tracks, and I try to find other ones that can say it's better than the number one spot right now. And I keep going back to this song, and I say, let me just keep listening to more stuff, a few more days, and I go back to this song, and it still gives me goosebumps, and it makes my stomach feel weird, and that's because, in a good way, and that's because this song is so well done and so well produced, from vocals to instruments to laying out the storyline, from the break to coming back. All of it. So here we are at the number one slot, and like I said, I'm super excited, super excited for this person. And I was very surprised when I heard this song and how good it was, and it was him that produced it. So excited. So I am talking about Realm of House. This guy is an owner of a label that picks up Afro House and Latin Afro House vibes. Has an amazing ear for this type of music, and I love him for that, because Afro House has to stay true to what it is. But yeah, you can change it a little bit, but don't get away from what it is. You know what I mean? You can add different, your own flavor to Afro House music. What I love about Afro House, it's true instrument playing. You have to know how to play keys. You have to know how to play drums, and you have to put them in the right place. And so Realm of House is no stranger to Afro House. This guy's been around for quite some time. His label is called Awarican Records. It's a big label for Afro House. I don't understand why some of this stuff is not number one on these digital download sites. I just don't understand why not. Especially this song. Like I said, I listen to Black Coffee, Black Motion, all these big time Afro House producers. and try to find something that can can say, yeah, it pushed this song aside and this one should be number one. But every time I come back to this song, it just gives me goosebumps. It's just the right elements of this song. So before I talk about the number one song and what's the number one song, I want to talk about another song that I play to this day. Okoroshi Oho is a song that was produced by Realm of House also, and that's another track that those drums and please keep producing this type of music. This type of Afro house music, you have the element, you have exactly what Afro house should be. So that's one of the tracks I love. And then he has another one. It says "Here Comes the Drums." That's another one that I love. One of my favorites. And the elements of that track is just amazing. Well produced, man. Just good job. So the song that I kept going back to that is number one on my top 5 and should be number one in the Afro House charts, and I don't know why. It's called Nomanzi. Beautiful, beautiful, well done track. And Realm of House, in my YouTube channel, your track is number one. Rightfully so. You deserve to be number one all over the place. I want you guys to check it out. Listen to this track, really, really, really good. And see how well done this track is, from vocals to layout to the master of the track. It's just the storytelling, the sounds. Just check it out. You'll see what I mean. Let's check this out. Come on, you can't tell me that track shouldn't be number one. The vocals are from Futi Malasila. I hope I said that right. If I said that wrong, I apologize. It's just tough names to say. The vocals of that are so perfectly fitted into this track. Perfectly laid out. That classic organ that plays in the background, I don't know who that is, but to put a jazzy organ on an Afro house track, next level. And to put classic drums into an Afro house track, next level. What you did here was put jazz music, Afro house, a little bit of tech, a little bit of a melody. That's how good this track is. It's so well done. And that's why to me it's number one. I'm so proud of Realm of House for producing something like this. I think you should keep on going. You have what it takes. You have the elements of being a big time producer with this kind of track. I want to say congratulations to Realm of House and Oregon Records and just amazing music. And let me tell you, I'm gonna say this one more thing also before I move on. I said it before on a couple of my YouTube channels. I never play something more than once. I always play once and I'm done with it. I had a lot of people at my club this weekend from the Caribbean islands, and they were there, and I played this song. And I think I had like 4 or 5 people that come up to me and say, "Hey, what's the name of the song? Can I take a picture of the song?" And I let them do it. Of course, they're my they're my fans, you know, and they come see me all the time. And I think I played the song 3 times. Now, not back to back, obviously. You know, I played more songs and whatever here and there. But, you know, some girl asked me from the Caribbean island and said, hey, can you play that song that you played earlier today? And she took a picture of it and she showed me. I said, yeah, I can play it again. I played it again for her. Another guy and another guy. So I played the song 3 times, which is something I don't do. And when you do something like that and everyone is dancing, man, that says everything right there. So, you know, for those digital download sites that are putting out Afro House, you need to do your homework. And I know that you want to deal with famous people first and foremost, but it's not even about that. It's about the quality of music, the way it makes you feel. This song makes me feel, I get goosebumps every time I listen to a song. I mean, it's just crazy. Realm of House. Just keep doing what you're doing because it's gonna pay off, and it's amazing. And I encourage everyone that's out there, the Afro House producer or Afro House DJ, to go check out Awarican Records, check out his stuff, check out Realm of House's music, his production. It's really, really good. You gotta have it and play it and share it and and support. So congratulations, that's my #1 song. Well worth it. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for this track, and I'm excited to play it again this weekend because I know it's gonna do good. So that is my top 5, and next week I will be here talking about soulful house. That is my next genre for house music reviews. That's what's gonna be next week. I am so happy and excited about this one. I'm going to be excited about soulful house also. I'm excited about anything that has to do with house music because I live and breathe house music. So, but this one was a really special one for me because I'm a big Afro house producer, and I am so happy to do this one, and and super excited. So next week will be soulful house. I'm gonna be listening to stuff for a week and see what I get and see what I feel. And I would, you know, chart out my top 5s, and then I will have a video for you coming soon. In the meantime, please, you know, tell your friends about house music reviews. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification button. Please hit the like button so that way this channel can continue growing. I want to build it up where I can have some of these producers come to my studio and we can do some interviews and talk about what they're going to do next. And I want to do things like that. So please support, hit the notification button again, hit the like button again, and view this video to the very end. That will help me out, and share with all your friends, all right? All right, see you next week. House music and love and peace. Stay safe. See you guys next week. Peace out.